10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In 1978, when disco was on top.
All right, that's enough of that. I picked the wrong intro video.
I will have to ask you, how was Exodus?
It was great, and I've also got the wrong overlay. You see, this is chaos and madness already. That's the overlay.
There you
Thankfully,
are.
nobody's watching yet, so we really. Welcome to the show, everybody. So that was the Detroit Rock City episode intro, not the one I had prepared for today, and I can hear my voice coming from this laptop, so I'm going to just make sure that is. Oh, wrong one. There you go. Okay, so it's a technical chaos today. Wrong intro, wrong overlay, and the wrong panelists. So we're going to, no, sorry.
Well, I mean, the wrong panelist for the right show.
For the right show. The right panelists for the wrong show. The wrong panelists for the right show. Welcome, everybody. Sorry about that. I should always play the intro video through at least once all the way through, just to make sure I've got the right one. It was a good, the Detroit Rock City show was good, though.
Also, I just have to get this out of the way. Okie dokie, Dr. Jones.
So, Pope, so welcome to my panelists today. I will also be talking about choices that other panelists have sent in but can't make it here today. Pope is feeling no pain. Pope Metallicus 1 is feeling no
The first.
ick. Pope Metallicus the first I hope that's for kiss and not something else.
Well, I mean, you know, when people in pointy hats show up, you know it's a party.
So yes, good. You honestly, you could look better wearing a white hood if you did.
Oh no, that could go wrong.
Hey, that could be any kind of white hood.
I'm rocking the mohawk. I'm good.
Yes. So welcome, Pope. You're feeling no pain, as we can tell. We'll give you lots of time to speak. Don't worry. You can consider your thoughts so the brain can connect to the lips. We'll come back to what we were talking about in a second before we started. But also welcome to Dr. Michael Jones. How are you, sir?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I am not too bad, my friend. Not too bad. It's been pretty good. Snorty's getting repeating sounds, but I think we might have got rid of that.
I'm eating my lunch right now, so I'm going to mute and unmute while I'm eating. So just a heads up.
I need to figure out how to get rid of the repeating sounds. Are you still getting them, Snorty? Let me just figure out. Oh, that's not them going. Nobody could hear anything then. Are you still hearing them, Snorty? Any repeating? I know it's gone now. Okay, good. Right. Thanks. I think it was the laptop over here. So before we started the show, we were talking about the nature of reality. And is Pope real or not?
Well,
Are you real Pope? Well, you're not the real Pope, but
I know I'm not the real Pope.
Everybody who's perceiving you right now, you are real. Those who are not perceiving you, you are not real.
That's
I
right.
am a real entity, yes.
If nobody was watching this stream, would Pope Metallicus the First exist?
He could be
probably not.
If Pope Metallicus shat in the woods, would a tree fall?
Interestingly, yes, and it has.
How do we
Yes,
know
it
he's?
is.
How do we know he's not AI?
How
It
do
could
we
be
know? Well, I don't think AI could be that stoned.
Or that stupid.
No, it could be that stupid for sure. AIs can always be stupid. I argued with an AI about a song today. It's that bad. I had to argue about it. I said, look, I'm right and
Did
you're
you-
wrong, and I can prove it.
Did you see that thing before I got banned off Twitter of where I argue with Grok over what heavy metal is?
Oh, yeah. That's the kind of argument I was having, except it was about a particular one song. And it refused to acknowledge that I was right and it was wrong.
But I mean, my problem was Grok was right.
Yeah. So, well, that is a problem then. But you can still argue that it should shut up because you're a human and it has to do what its human overlords tell it to do.
Well, I mean, there
And then you
needs
get
to be a
banned.
button there of shut up and do what you're told.
Anyway, welcome, Massgrave. Good to see you. This is a live stream from Imagination Land, or lack of Imagination Land, I think would probably be closer. Snorty's
Lack
here.
of imagination.
Imagination Land. Good to
Smart
see you,
closer.
Snorty. Hopefully a few other people will join us. D-Bud Martin is here. The Grok said the Osmonds were heavy metal. Well, for one track in particular, yes. The Carpenters could be considered heavy metal if you listen to a couple of their guitar solos.
That hurts me in my soul, and you know what? I sincerely hope Freddie visits you in your sleep.
I still think Karen Carpenter's a better drummer than Lars Ulrich, but that's just me.
Well, that's not hard.
She had a lot of power in those twigs, man.
She did. She was a good jazz drummer. She was trained jazz drummer. Davina is here. Good to see you. And obviously D-Bud is here. So today we are going to be talking, I hope Tim turns up because this was his idea, FKHC, that was his idea. We're going to talk about deep cuts today. And the overlay that we were supposed to get before the show started was this one, which Grok spent a lot of time making for me. So I wasted Grok's time, which is always good. The overlay I did show was this one, of course. I made this one myself. I think it's rather good.
And you know what? I would rather talk about the new Megadeth album.
Well, we can do that another time. But we'll talk about it briefly. I like it, and I like the 3 live tracks they played at the gig. It was great a gig because
you know
you're getting.
what? I think it's top 5
I think it's
for
brilliant.
them. Like, don't get me wrong, that's not shitting on any of the other albums they've done. But I think this is one of the best they've ever fucking recorded.
Well, the 3 tracks they played live, which were Tipping Point, I Don't Care, and Let There Be Shred, were bangers live. Absolutely brilliant. I Don't Care. I love that, and I love Dave's intro to it.
I mean, if you listen to the album, and I do see where Tipping Point especially would be fucking awesome live.
It was a great set opener. Really good. I mean, it was a great show. Brilliant show.
but-
3 great bands in one package. Brilliant.
But when you package this into, their last album, and Megadeth has openly stated that this is going to be their last studio album. My God, are there great fucking tracks.
Well, some great tracks on there, and it's fast, it's aggressive, it's thrashy, it's got some great solos.
Some of the best shit they've come out with since
Lean, mean, and aggressive.
It's some of the best shit they've come out with since Rust in Peace.
Yeah. So I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole, but it is a great album, and it was a great gig. Exodus, absolutely 6 songs, and they just blew it away. They were brilliant. They really made the most of their 6.
Is that the first time you've seen Exodus?
It is.
Oh, what did you think?
Oh, they were brilliant. They were aggressive.
No, what song?
Tried to own it. They tried to own the whole thing. It was brilliant.
What song do they play?
Bonded by Blood, Toxic Waltz.
They did play both Bonded by Blood and Toxic Waltz.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, it was like a 6 greatest hits thing. It was really a greatest hits package for every band. The all 3 of them. So,
Right.
yeah, because it's a three bands in one gig. So no, it's fun. It's just a shame it was in the Saddle Dome, which is a shitty arena.
They didn't do Over the Wall.
I don't think so. No, they did Under the Stairs. Not Over the Wall. But it was great. Hey, hi Joe. Glad to hear your mother's getting better. We'll talk about some of your tracks. Don't worry, and we'll play them over in Rumble. Yeah, I'm glad your mum's better. So, but I want to shelve Megadeth for now.
Yeah,
Talk
we'll
about that
that
on another
time.
show for sure. I did do a review of it though, everybody. So the review of the gig. So go check that out. We're here today to talk about deep cuts, and I don't mean some kind of self-harm. We're talking about deep cuts. What is a deep cut? Well, I guess I defined it as something that would probably be either like a B-side or an album track that never gets played, or a demo or something that was in a movie. It could be a famous band, but an obscure track, or it could be an obscure band with a real killer. It doesn't get a lot of radio play, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute.
Or, what I did, in that it's an obscure band that has a very famous track that sounds like a famous band.
Could be a cover version. Casual fans would never know, or the general public wouldn't recognize it, but real fans would. And it's from a vinyl, the vinyl days. Obviously, you cut an album, literally, on the vinyl, and it's buried deep in the track list on the album, if it's on an album. So that was kind of the definition. It's really just things we like that are less well known than we'd like other people to hear.
Yeah, it's harder to find though. Well, it's harder to select those because there's so many than popular ones.
It's hard to find things that are better liked than me because, well, there's like 3 people on this earth that actually like me, and they're all on this panel.
I think you might be overstating that number. You said there was 3. No, just kidding, mate. This is the kind of banter I usually do before shows that it never gets heard.
Yeah,
my best stuff is usually before the show.
It's hard to find deep cuts because there's so many that you grow up with,
Well, at first I struggled, and then I sat down and I started
generational. Yeah. Like, I mean, I was born in 87. So
hey, DJ Play Nice. Good to see you, mate.
What you guys would consider a deep cut, I would just consider, growing up.
Just cuts.
Yeah.
I sat down and I wrote down about 40 tracks, and I said, well, I need to cut this down somehow. And I could have kept going because I've got like tens of thousands of songs. I could have kept going. I said, oh, what about that one? What about that one? What about that one? Well, so I got it cut down to about 12, but I'm only going to talk about 3 or 4.
Welcome to the problem of Midnight Mass.
Exactly. What do you play?
It's not, I have to put together a playlist. It's, what do I put on the playlist?
And then what do you leave out? I wanted to talk about the reason it's an idea and a thing, though. DJ T-Pud says, born in 87, I have socks older than Pope. and some of those are a bit stiff, I would imagine, those socks. There is actual statistics available through, I think it's MediaShare or a company like that, radio stations and others, advertisers use to count how many songs get played on the radio every year for every radio station. And obviously classic rock is one of those categories.
Right.
And every year, classic rock, Ultimate Classic Rock compiles that data, and it has the 40 most played songs on classic rock radio for each year. This is 2025. You could say,
please tell me Boston's on there.
Well, it could be the 40 most overplayed songs, though.
I'm thinking Brass in My Pocket is probably one.
Brass in Pocket, Pretenders, good song.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a good song, but I hear it a lot on the radio.
So let's go down to the ones that are played the most. And this is real data, by the way. This isn't just them making it up. It's real, counted by radio stations data.
If that's the criteria, I'm changing my answer to Back on the Chain Gang by the Pretenders.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, I hear that one.
I'm not sure this is in order. However, we'll scroll down it because here we go, number 9. Yeah, so there was stuff at the bottom that wasn't in order. Let's get down to number 1. Let's get down to the most played
number 1
or overplayed song, because you hear the same fucking thing. Number 1, Bon
Living on a
Jovi, Living on a Prayer.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
You hear
I
it
hate
a
that.
million.
I hate that song.
Yeah. If you didn't hate it before, you have to listen to radio for a year,
To
then
the
you would
point
hate it.
where I used to love that album, but it's been overplayed to the point where
Yeah.
I hate it.
So number 1 was Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer. Number 2, Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle.
Ooh, I mean,
Played.
it's not overplayed.
Yeah,
And
that song
the-
sucks too. I'm
These
tired
are
of
played,
it.
but these
Oh,
are
man.
played
No,
in the
it's just
multi-millions
fucking
of times. Yeah.
I'm so tired of that song. It's in every
But it-
goddamn movie.
This
you
is
know?
why deep cuts, we want to play stuff that doesn't get this play.
I mean, I like
so-
Guns N' Roses. I just don't like that song.
Number 3, Sweet Child of
I
Mine.
will be really specific. I like that album of Guns N' Roses.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think
I like the Spaghetti Incident because it's got great cover versions on it. It's
Well,
true. I love
you
that.
have to talk to Kurt Cobain about that.
Hmm. Yeah, John Jovial. What's he so happy about? Ballroom. Well, we'll come to Joe's picks when we get to our own picks, and then we'll play them
Oh,
over in
yeah.
Rumble. The second half of the show will be on Rumble, hour 2 onwards.
By the way,
Uh,
the original version of that is far better than.
Well, we'll come back to that. So Bon Jovi and Guns N' Roses dominate the top 4 with 2 each. You Give Love a Bad Name was at number 4.
Ugh.
Number 5, Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy Train. But yeah, great record, but it's played every time.
Well, I mean, it's overplayed. To shit.
yes. Hell, just play Mr. Crowley once, even, you know. Whitesnake, Here I Go Again, is at number 6.
Well, it's what happens whenever I get in one of my moods.
Yeah. Well, I know. Number 7, Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me. You see, why won't they play Rock Brigade? That's a great record. They'll never play that.
I mean, even Photograph. Just play fucking
Yeah.
Photograph. It's a great fucking song.
Number 8 and 9, Queen, We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions. It says, interestingly enough, We Will Rock You has been played 66 more times than We Are the Champions, which
Really?
suggests that 1 or 2 more DJs out there would like to leave their listeners hanging. I think that's quite good. There's Boston. They're in at number 10, More Than a Feeling.
There it is.
Yeah. There it is, number 10.
Okay,
At number
Dr.
11,
Michael.
Sweet Home Alabama.
I mean, I know your opinion on Boston, Dr. Michael. Would you like to opine
My opinion on. I don't think I've ever stated my opinion on Boston.
on?
Well, they've talked about
Yeah.
you a lot.
What? I've
Boston, the band.
yeah, I've never talked about Boston. I'm indifferent. I
thought
think
you
you
were
might
in
be
Ve-
thinking of someone else.
I thought you were in Vegas.
Oh yeah, he is.
It's different.
I
So
am.
at number 12, AC/DC, You Shook Me All Night Long.
Oh God,
Yeah.
Overplayed.
that's one
overplayed.
of those. Like, if I hear it again,
Yeah.
please just take me out back.
Can we not play
Shoot me in
Whole
the
Lot of
fucking
Rosie or
head.
something, you know?
Is that the music video where he goes into the chemist?
I don't know.
I don't even know anymore.
I don't know anymore yet. Number 13, Aerosmith, Sweet Emulsion.
Ooh, Sweet Emotion.
Sweet Emotion. I could still listen to that. It doesn't put me off.
Yeah,
Number 14, Queen, Another One Bites the Dust. Doom, 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 doom.
I
number
guess these
5
aren't in chronological order.
No, this is in order of plays.
Oh, okay.
So this is actual statistics from a company called MediaShare, who count every radio play in the country and add them all up in different categories. This is real. So this is on classic rock stations.
If we're going by that, hey, look, it's the only song Joan Jett has.
Yeah. And she didn't even write it.
No,
Uh,
she didn't.
That's not true. Bad Education. That's a great song.
Bad Reputation.
Bad Reputation.
I
Bad
don't think you wrote that
Education.
either,
Sorry.
did you?
She didn't write that one either.
He didn't write that one either, yeah. Oh, Kansas, Carry On My Wayward Son. Look at the hair on that guy.
That's a good song.
Oh,
That's an impressive set
such
of
a
red
good
hair.
fucking riff.
It is.
That's a good one.
I could still listen to that one, kind of. Aerosmith, Dream On.
Oh,
We're getting near the end. I'll just do the top 20. This is a top 40 list. We'll just do top 20 because we want to talk about our deep cuts. Scorpions, Rock You Like a Hurricane. That doesn't put me off. I can still listen to that.
yes. All of the fucking yes.
The original title was Fuck You Like a Hurricane. Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2.
Well,
like
it's funny you bring up Pink Floyd because we're going to be getting to them.
I like
We
part
will.
one a little better. I like the build up to that song.
Indeed. Billy Idol, White Wedding is at number 20.
That's a good one.
So that's the top 20 most played classic rock songs, according to MediaShare. And Journey is at number 21, but we're not going to go any further with that. So we'll just hide that in the stream right now. So that's a great list on Ultimate Classic Rock. Actually, I'm going to stick it in the chat on both YouTube, and I just got to go look, see if anybody's with us on Rumble. And indeed, Dubro Seth 420 is here. Thank you for holding the fort down there, mate, and all your posting and for posting these streams on Rumble. We'll be over to Rumble in the second hour. The link is at the top, pinned to the top of the YouTube chat. And we'll still be on X as well for when you're watching there, because we're going to play some tunes. But today let's round up before we go over there to play stuff, what we all thought were our deep cuts. I'm going to start with Pope. Top of the Popes. And let me get some images up. So you picked 3 deep cuts, and I'm intrigued by them, especially the first one of them shows you're a closet Canadian.
Well, I mean,
Red Rider and Lunatic Fringe.
this is one I always thought was Pink Floyd.
It does sound a bit like that with the guitars, the guitar echoing guitar sound.
And I've always loved it. And you know what? It's a great track.
Yeah.
So this is Red Rider with Lunatic Fringe.
Tom Cochrane is the writer, a Canadian band, obviously. So it's heard, we hear it a lot in Canada on the radio, but not in America as much. So it does count as
I used to hear it on classic rock radio.
Yeah. I do like the publishing company, Rumpy Poobah Publishing. That's a great name.
I hear when you listen to this, you shoot your eye out.
You do.
Sorry. I had to.
Yeah, to say that. We will be playing it when we get over to Rumble, and I agree with you. It's very Floyd-esque.
I've never heard it.
Well, you will hear it.
All right.
You will hear it.
Dr. Michael, I guarantee you have heard it.
From their
don't know that's what it is.
From their 1981 album, As Far as Siam, written by Tom Cochrane as a warning against anti-Semitism and oppression. And written the night and recorded the night John Lennon was murdered. So there you go. That's heavy. That's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
The lap steel guitar solo gives it its eerie, distinctive tone. It did reach number 11 on the US mainstream rock chart, but you don't hear it much. I didn't hear it much when I lived in the States. So, but you hear it in Canada a lot. That's what they looked like. This is why I think Pope likes them. I think this is his look. That's his look, I believe.
Is that the Village People?
Well, it could be. I mean, to all intents and purposes, yes. I've got another couple of Pope ones. I'm doing them in reverse order. Now, this next one is a controversial one because it's Yes, Owner of a Lonely Fart, which was a massive hit. So give me your reasoning for it being a deep cut, my friend.
It's that I never hear it talked about.
It's a good track. I like it.
Well, it is.
It has one of the best guitar riffs I've ever fucking heard.
Yeah, Trevor Rabin. It was a new sound for Yes. They had Trevor Horn producing, Trevor Rabin playing the guitar, not Steve Howe, and much more synths and electronic stuff.
Is that Rick Wakeman?
And it's still musically brilliant.
I'm not sure Rick Wakeman. Was Rick Wakeman still in the band then? I don't know. I can't remember. Yes has had like 600 people in and out of the band over the years. So
yeah.
They keep coming back and leaving. And then
this
they die.
Is what I find difficult to be a fan of Yes is who's in the fucking band?
Yeah, who? I love it when they do their 50th anniversary things and stuff like that because everybody's on stage, so they're all there one way or another. But this was a new era
The
for them.
entire
So
audience is on stage.
it's even sampled by Michael Jackson. But this is the album 90125. So that's an example of a big hit that could be regarded as a deep cut these days because it's a long time ago. And you did say one more, and I don't know what I did with the image, and I did save the image, and I'm buggered if I can find it now.
Oh, hell.
Hang on, I'll find it. Just give me a second or two. I'm sure I'll find it. It was The Cult.
Oh, the Cult Rain.
Rain by The Cult.
The entire band, The Cult, needs to get talked about more.
Here we go. So The Cult, and I would have all, because when somebody asks me about The Cult, I say Little Devil is my favorite because I love that opening riff in Little Devil.
What was the name of their She Sells Sanctuary? Was that their big track?
That was a big track.
It was.
Revolution.
The other one is Firewoman.
Firewoman, Revolutions, but Little Devil, they went all Led Zeppelin-esque hard rock on that. I loved that. So this is an interesting one. Rain, yeah, we'll be playing that over in Rumble. Again, I think you just like them for the look. Hope. I think you like that straight up haircut, don't you?
I like all the necklaces. Guy looks like Mr. T.
Got
that kind of hair going up too.
It's maybe Mr. Q.
It's funny that the old school metalhead.
But great band, The Cult. So that was your three choices. We'll look forward to playing those when we get over.
Those are going to be fun songs.
Yeah, when we go over to Rumble. I don't want to linger too much on them while we're here because we're. That article's still up. So now we move on to Michael's choices. So I never knew that Depeche Mode had written a song in tribute of Rush.
They did.
Really?
Or was it Rush writing a song in tribute of Depeche Mode?
Oh, who knows? What's reality, right?
What is reality? So Rush by Depeche Mode. What era is this from?
This is 1993's Song in Faith and Devotion. This is what I call kind of the peak. This is their peak. This is their ultimate.
Right.
You know, you were asking last time about them playing real instruments like drums and
It's a bit more rock.
You need to stick around after this episode because we need to talk.
Okay, so like this album was one of the first albums that used drums, guitars, you know, everything. Because I remember last time we were listening to Behind the Wheel and everybody was like, "Do they just play synths?" Now the reason why I consider this their best album is because they were playing drums. They were going in more of a rock direction. They were going, you know, guitars, back chorus. You know, this is why I consider it their best album. Because this is their only album, even more so than Violator, where they feel like a real band that's not produced or synthesized. And Rush, I think, is just the beginning 20-30 seconds of Rush with that. It just gets you in the mood.
I must admit, it's a song I hadn't really thought of or heard, remember listening to much. What was the big hit in this album?
So Walking in My Shoes was the big one.
Right. Okay.
And I Feel You was the first track released, but
I Feel You.
I just wanted to pick a song that wasn't, if what I consider their best, one of their top 3 songs is Walking in My Shoes. That's a great song, but everybody's heard it. And in your room, in your room's a good one
would
too.
Would Higher Love be the Stevie Winwood?
No, it's not the Stevie Winwood song.
No, like this is.
All right.
This is.
I love that fucking song.
Oh,
if you great. They did a documentary about this tour. They toured for like 2 years, and it was they call it the debauchery tour. The amount of drugs and women and arrests and alcohol. They wanted the Dave Gahan taking heroin. You wanted the full rock experience. This is it. And I feel like Rush is kind of.
Yeah, but did he smash his keyboard on stage and burn it?
I think he burned his guitar when he was strung out on heroin and then almost died. And then this caused the break. This album caused the breakup of Depeche Mode, where Alan Wilder left.
Things like that usually happen when you do that.
Right. But this is a great album.
Well, thank you for suggesting that one. I look forward to playing it. Your next one's a really interesting one. Not that wasn't Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Yep.
The title track from the movie Deep Cover.
I am not a rap aficionado. I'd say it's probably like
I find it hard to believe that.
no, I'm telling you the truth. It's probably 5 or 6. There's a few tracks I like from the 80s and 90s, but the one thing I like about this is I love the lyrics. I love the flow. I love the beats. It's a pre-workout favorite of mine.
No, I mean you're not wrong.
When I
but-
played football back in the day, I would listen
when
to this
you
song
play
to get
football.
when
Okay.
I would get pumped up.
So have you seen the movie? I don't recall the movie.
No, I just like this track.
Lawrence
I
Fishburne.
I know I own nothing of Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg. I just love this track. There are a few rap tracks that are in my top 50, but like I said, it's only like probably 3 or 4%.
And that was a very early Dre Snoop Dogg, I think.
Yeah, this was before it became like rap, since I would say
So it was 92.
2000 has just been, even Snoop Dogg would say it's just mindless crap. You know, where the stuff
Yeah.
before 2000, even especially in the 80s, there was some really good stuff, you know.
Has anybody seen this movie in the chat? I don't recall. I might have seen it at the time, but it's a long time ago. Lawrence Fishburne and Jeff
I
Goldblum.
think I actually have.
Yeah. I'm looking
Like-
forward to hearing the track, though.
I mean, my favorite, just like when Snoop Dogg starts and he's like, "Creep with me as I crawl through the hood, maniac, lunatic, call him Snoopy Sweat." I mean, there's just something flowing in this song that I like, but I'm
Yeah.
not, you know,
Hey, we can like anything we like, mate. I mean, that's good. That's
Jeff
good that you like.
Goldblum.
So Joe says Snoop Dogg caused his first divorce. Oh, no, he got him through his first divorce. Sorry. Anyway, so that was the second choice. The third one is very different. Although there's a rap influence on this album too, because the producer, I can't remember his name,
Yeah.
he had done some rap stuff. Motorhead's Orgasmatron and the track Orgasmatron. Title
And
track, 86 album.
And the irony is,
As
You know.
well titled as I think that as that track is, I hate that fucking song.
But that's good. Because that's why it's a deep cut then.
the reason why I like,
Oh, are we gonna go down there?
One
Well, the
man's
reason-
Orgasmatron is another man's deep cut.
okay, well, the reason why I like this song is, again, it goes to the lyrics, especially verse 3. You know, I just love how downtrodden this. It's just another one of those. See, when I think of a deep cut, right? I like tracks that kind of get my soul going, my blood flowing, you know, getting me pumped up for, you know, working out when I was playing sports or just when I'm driving. And there was a period where I got into Ace of Spades, and that was kind of the gateway. And I started listening to Motorhead, and I'd never heard of this track. And then I was looking up that movie Sleeper from Woody Allen, and
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, you're insulting me.
Well, I'm just explaining why I like this. So I was, you know, looking up Woody Allen's Orgasmatron, and it
It's
led me
nothing
to
to
this.
do with it.
Yeah, it led me to this track.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, what's this? And I listened to it, and then I listened to the lyrics, and I'm like,
We're looking
I
at
love
them now. Yeah, it's nothing to do with
very dark, but
nothing to do with sex.
just
Yeah.
got me going. And, you know, it's kind of this hidden thing that, I don't know, I really like it, you know.
Good.
And,
No, you're entitled to like what you wish, my friend. And this
your
is a
bones
good
will
one.
build my palaces, your eyes will stud my crown, for I am
Mo-
Mars, the god of
Motorhead.
war, and I will cut you down. You know, I just like that. I
And
just
it's the
love.
first track with Wurzel and Phil Campbell in it, I think.
I mean, it's like,
Motorhead is one of the sacred cows of this channel.
okay,
Indeed. So, and your last, well, I'm glad you brought it forward, mate. So, your last
yeah,
one was you squeezed in a fourth because you had three in there. So, well, I'll put all four in then because you had a fourth. Soft Cell, Fun City, a B-side, no less.
yes, this is a B-side. So this is more of a personal one in the sense that in like 1994, I bought Erotic Cabaret from Tower Records, and I wanted the long version of Tainted Love, Where Did Our Love Go, because it's like 9 minutes and it flows really well. And I found it, and this song was a B-side. And I was driving I was with my friends, 18, just graduated from high school, and I was driving in a very seedy side of Vegas. We were just kind of cruising the town, like Fremont Street, when Fremont Street was just like porno stores. And
I have to ask, is there still a Tower Records in Vegas?
no, they're all closed.
No.
No,
It's a dispensary now, but
because
and a Cheesecake Factory is the other one. So
there was a old school Tower Records that we could go to that would give us modern record, or I guess at the time modern records, like things like Tool, Anima.
So Fun City, which is one I must admit I've never heard. I've heard
And
the
the
A
thing is,
side.
for me, this is all the melody, right? I mean, 10 years later, I looked into the lyrics, and I guess it's about rent boys in London. Mark Allman.
What a surprise!
I guess there was something called the Playland Schedule or
Color
the
me
Scandal
shocked.
or something like that, and it's about this guy who goes to London, and I thought this was about
Well, you can
Jimmy
see the
Summer.
street. You can see
Who was that one guy? Bronsky beat Jimmy Somerville.
Jimmy Somerville, yeah. Jimmy
Yeah,
Somerville.
it was kind of like reminded me of a track that he would, put together
They
with the
were
Bronsky
very,
beat,
Runaway Boy, or it was
Hideaway or
Yeah.
something like that.
So that's your fourth one. Good stuff.
Yeah, it's all melody with this one. The lyrics, it's just driving around Vegas. And it's funny, when I sent this into you, I was driving and there was a hotel called Fun City, and it just got me thinking, like, yeah, Fun City. I remember that one. And I played it, and I'm like, I really like this song.
So before we get to mine, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to rush you guys along, but we're going to get over to Rumble as soon as we can and start playing stuff.
So those are mine.
Tim, whose idea this was for this show, he suggested a track by U2 called Bass Trap, which was the B-side of the Unforgettable Fire single. And I must admit, I'd never heard it before. So the same sessions from that album, and he suggested that's his deep cut. So we'll be playing that. So thank you, Tim, for that. We had a few, though, from our friend Joe, who unfortunately wasn't able to join us today because of his mum, but she's much better after the Small Town Boy. That was the hit for her. Thank you, Joe, for suggesting some tracks. So he has Crocus, Ballroom Blitz. Crocus, a band that I've seen at least 3 times live and enjoyed it immensely every time. This is their cover of Sweet's Ballroom Blitz. It's not the last time we'll be mentioning the Sweet tonight. This was on an album called The Blitz. And there's the Sweet. Now you can see, again, that's a very Pope style fashion, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Particularly, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I grew up with this stuff. Think how scarred I am emotionally. These were my favorite songs when I was 12. Favorite bands. And they compare that to this look. I think it's pretty similar. If anything, Sweet. These guys look like they're garbage collectors impersonating the Sweet. And these guys are the Sweet. So, but
if you're going to subject me to this, at least play me the original.
We may well do that. I have a Sweet track in my list, though, so you're going to have to listen. So Joe had another one, which is a Danny Elfman song called The Little Things.
Oh.
Which is on the soundtrack of the movie Wanted. So this would be end period Oingo Boingo.
Good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I like Wanted. Good Scotsman, James McAvoy. So The Little Things. And I must admit, I'd forgotten all about that one. So that is indeed a deep cut, a movie track. So we'll definitely be playing that. I know that it's a great suggestion from Joe. Little Things, you can see at the top there. Another one that Joe suggested was his amour, Linda Ronstadt, with her version of Warren Zevon's Poor, Poor, Pitiful Me. I personally have no idea why he likes Linda Ronstadt. I can't see what the attraction is in any way. Mm-hmm. Or to be that blue crate there. But yeah, she does it. This is a great album, actually. Simple Dreams, because it's got It's So Easy, Blue Bayou, Tumbling Dice, and the Warren Zevon cover. Good choice, although I think he had worked with her before, maybe. So it's possible. So that's another one. Another one of Joe's was Billy Squire. And a track I must admit I was not.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate choice.
That's another one I'm not familiar with, called One Good Woman, from the album Emotions in Motion. So Billy Squire, Joe thinks it's a
Also,
track that
with
could
this
have been a single.
reputation,
Well, yeah, but that's what, we're here to talk about the music.
oh, yeah.
So melodic rock track reflecting his 80s power ballad phase after the massive success of The Stroke. So, stroke it, Billy. So that
I'm
was Joe.
trying not to make that joke.
I'll make that joke every time. That was Joe's choices. We'll play as many of those as we can. Well, John actually sent some in, Das Wolfen. John couldn't make it either, but he sent in a few. We'll just run through these before we get to mine. Metallica, he picked Escape from Ride the Lightning. So he's picked Escape, which is actually probably one of the more I don't know, I'd call it more kind of a more
One of the
speed.
worst tracks on that record.
It's more speed metal than thrash. We have a naysayer in the crowd.
I mean, I'm just gonna straight up say it. It's one of the worst songs on that record.
Anyway, that's one of John's deep picks. Iron Maiden, Deja Vu from Somewhere in Time.
Ooh.
You've got to like Deja Vu. It's very proggy. I like it.
I mean, if we're on Somewhere in Time, we're already working in great territory.
Love that TARDIS.
Indeed, the TARDIS. Deja Vu from Somewhere in Time was a second deep pick from him, which I think is a fair choice, because a lot of these other tracks get played a little bit more, like Wasted Years. Quite right, because Wasted Years is brilliant.
Wasted Years is one of the best
Oh, it's a
Iron Maiden tracks of all time.
It's a stone cold metal classic of all time for any band. Yeah. Another one that John is keen on as a deep cut was Looking Down the Cross from Killing Is My Business. I think from this album, Mechanics was the only one that they did at the gig.
No, that's from the next album.
This is from Killing Is My Business, and it has indeed got Looking Down the Cross on it. So Mechanics, they played live when I saw them the other night, but they didn't play any of the others. So that's Looking Down the Cross. Early thrash. It's a thrash standout, as they all are, of course. Lots of aggressive riffs. So I'm looking forward to playing that. And he had one more, which was Sabaton, The Final Solution from Coat of Arms. And we all know what that song is about just by the title. And I guess in some ways that's an underrated Sabaton album.
Song.
It's, of course, it's a very excellent song. It's an underrated album. Well, it's probably a slightly underrated album in their canon, so to speak.
We'll have a conversation about that.
Yeah. So Christian is celebrating 17 months of membership, showing off his length. But where D-Bud, thank you, Christian, for that. D-Bud is showing off his girth at 18 months. So we have a dick waving contest.
So we have Timber showing off both length and girth.
Yes. So I have to play them a clip to thank them for their high-sticking channel membership. Don't treat your instruments that way. So that was John's choices, which we'll hopefully play some of, or get time to play some of. Also, Christian did send me one choice, and it's actually one that really took me by surprise because I was not aware of this album or this song. So the album is a band called Detroit featuring Mitch Ryder. It's a 1971 album, and the song, which is an album I've never heard, and the song is track 7 on this album, Drink. Now, apparently this is a kick-ass album, and I've never heard it before. It's got some great covers on it, but Drink is
I've
a really...
never heard it.
No, I'd never heard it. So it is the very definition of a deep cut, this one. And the track Drink is a slow, bluesy, atmospheric track, which we will play. And I like to thank Christian for turning me onto this album, never mind that song. 1971 song by Mitch Ryder and the band Detroit. So Tim's here. We did mention you two, Tim and Bass Trap, and we will be playing it. Now we get to the important part, which is my choices, and I narrowed it down to 1,800. That was a joke. But I'll make it slightly less by only having 4. I could have had 50, but... So my first track is Paul McCartney and Wings with John Bonham on the drums, and a demo studio version of the track Beware My Love from the Wings at the Speed of Sound album, not the one that was released on the album. Many years later, this sneaked out and it had John Bonham on a very rough and ready studio version of this great rocker, McCartney rocker. So I didn't even know it existed until a few years ago. And Bonham he was friends. He was good friends.
You know what? It's not bad.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's rough and ready because it's not finished. It's just got like basic instruments on it, but
Same time,
yeah,
we could have had 3 fucking albums.
Well, imagine Bonzo wanted to do a whole album with Paul, and he did do Rockestra later. He did the Rockestra stuff. They were neighbours and very good friends. And apparently, this is a Wings gig in '76 at the same period of time. That's Bonzo and his drum tech in front of the crowd in the bit, the separate bit at the front. so they were good buddies and hung out a lot. And they did jam a lot in the studio. So this one survived, and I'm glad they released it, because when you hear it, it's groovy. It's very, very groovy. That was my first choice as a deep cut. Second one is a slightly different tack. There's an album by Art Garfunkel called Breakaway from 1973. I love this album, and it's very lush and very sentimental and very full of ballads. But there's a track on here called Disney Girls, the 4th track in the album, Disney Girls, written by Bruce Johnston and of the Beach Boys and originally recorded by them. This is Art Garfunkel's version of this glorious sentimental track about 1950s America. And the Beach Boys and various others on backing vocals on it, and it's one of the most beautiful songs ever recorded. Even the Beach Boys version is brilliant too, but this one just is something else. This album is a beautiful, beautiful album. Fun fact about Art Garfunkel: after he went solo, he had 2 hit singles in Britain in his first few years as a solo artist. Only 2 of all the singles released were hits, but they were both number 1s. So that's not bad. If you're going to have the occasional hit, at least make it a number 1 hit. And on this album, in fact, it was the track I Only Have Eyes for You, which was Guns N' Roses covered on the Spaghetti Incident. So there you go. So my third track is, there's the Beach Boys, Disney Girls, is The Sweet, or Sweet as they were going by then. They dropped the from the album Desolation Boulevard, the same album that had Ballroom Blitz, but it's track 8 on here, Set Me Free, which is proto...
Stop teasing me like that.
It's proto hard rock, speed metal with a very aggressive guitar.
It is speed metal before speed metal.
Yeah, and it later on was covered by bands like Saxon and Heathen and Striper. Various others covered it. If you didn't know it was Sweet, you wouldn't know it was Sweet. It's metal, very, very metal. Set Me Free. So that one will be getting a run. We might play Ballroom Blitz too. And if I've got time, my 4th choice would have been a Cheap Trick single called Everything Works If You Let It. which I've always dearly loved, produced by George Martin and engineered by Jeff Emmerich, Beatles team, and was on the album, the movie Roadie. It never made it onto a Cheap Trick album. It was on the movie Roadie, but it's a brilliant single. Power pop, great power pop single. Some real driving guitar in it. So I had to drop the other 500 tracks. That's my 4 choices.
Yeah.
So that's my choices. There you have it. People in the chat when we're over in Rumble will be able to throw in their own ones. Tim gave us one, of course. So Tim is also saying idea for a show, lesser known bands and singers from the British Invasion. Well, I actually did a couple of shorts on Peter and Gordon because I have a couple of their singles. I would possibly do something British Invasion-ish. I know we've covered the Kinks and the Who. I might do something a bit more overarching about the British Invasion. So, hail Tim. Yes.
Do you know any lesser known UK bands personally?
Do I know them personally?
Do you know any bands that kind of had some like
Teenage Fan Club,
mild
Metal, those
success?
guys. I used to do Teenage Fan Club. I knew the singer pretty well. 90s grungy band, British grunge band. I don't really know that many musicians. I knew when I was a kid. I knew Fish from Marillion because he was my brother. He was one of my brother's best friends. So
I went to high school with a member of the Killers.
the Killers.
Yeah, he was. We were in band together.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So we'll need to talk about that and just get him on the show. Roadie
I
is
haven't
a
talked
good
to him
move.
in 30 years.
Yeah,
But
well, this is the problem. I haven't spoken to Fish in 30 years either. So he was my brother's friend, really, but I knew him. I got backstage at a couple of gigs, and Marillion gigs. I don't know that many artists, so to speak. Not directly. I've met quite a few, but I don't know them. Roadie, we're definitely going to do Roadie as a movie on the show. I have another idea, which is what Michael and I were talking about, which is oddities, strange tracks, weird stuff. Like
Brazilian
French,
superhero village
like French
people.
disco robots from the 70s and that kind of thing.
Brazilian village people dressed
Brazilian
as
village people, superheroes. There's a lot of odd shit out there. I like that Russian guy that did the tra la 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 la, that kind of thing.
He wound up in a gulag.
He did, of course he did. He's Russian. See, there was a secret encoded anti-communist message in that song.
Right.
So there you have it.
What was that other thing I said to you? It was like the Russian ABBA.
The Russian ABBA. Oh yeah,
Remember
and
I was-
there's
Go ahead.
that German band. This was the Russian ABBA you sent me. I can't remember their name. Oh, folks just collapsed finally. I hope that wasn't a toy you knocked over.
No, it was my phone.
Oh, thank God for that. It wasn't on your. It's only a phone you can replace that.
Oh, YouTube.
YouTube.
What an
And
adventure.
I thought. So there's the Russian ABBA, and then there was the German guys that dressed like Genghis Khan, which I must dig out again. They're really good. Even Boney M would fit into this category. Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen.
Well, there was that one. There's another one I saw. It was like a midget with a one-legged girl doing opera.
Oh, that's gold. So we're going to do an oddities show where we can play that stuff. I'm sure Pope's got a few ideas too. I thought mentioning a one-armed dwarf would get Pope excited, but he's
Well, no, it was a dwarf. The woman with no leg.
oh, a woman with no leg and a dwarf. Sorry, the dwarf had both legs,
Yeah, they're about the same height.
possibly all 3 legs. Didn't call him tripod for nothing. Roddy, we're gonna definitely do. So there's I think the oddities show would be a great laugh because we could play that stuff in Rumble and absolutely wet ourselves. The Russian ABBA was great. I mean, Russia's idea of 70s fashions was just. I mean, they had Russian-made polyester, which was probably melted and made of nuclear materials. So anyway, we're going to go over to Rumble soon because I want to start playing some tracks. And we want to join Dude, Bro, Seth, and Tim over there because they're the only two hanging around over there right now. We want to get so I'm gonna. The link is stuck pinned to the top. Here is the link again. No doubt I could probably have redirected this to Rumble. Oh no, you can't. You can only redirect to YouTube. Finished version of YMCA. David, send that, DM me with that so I can put it on the list. So thank you everyone on the YouTube side for being here. Rumble and X will continue while we kill YouTube and go over and play some tunes. So I'm just going to wait and make sure everybody gets over there. So the link is there. Please, everyone, go over to Rumble. Go over to Rumble. Go over to Rumble. Go, 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 go. While you're going, we'll play another video just to kill time. Let's try a world music classic. You know, you get some superior entertainers on the underground.
Yep.
And then there's also this one.
Hey, you little twerps. Give me your Kiss tickets or I'll pop your faces in.
But we don't have any Kiss tickets. Yeah, Kiss sucks. What?
That's funny.
Right. Okay. Clarence is Creedence goals. Christian's over there. D-Bud's over there. Anyone else? Get over there. Click the like or the thumbs up over in Rumble. We get 24. It says there's 24 people watching over there. So I think we'll draw the YouTube to a close. Thank you for being here on the YouTube side, everybody. I really appreciate it. Thanks to D-Bud and Christian for their membership. They're showing off the length of their memberships. Thanks to those who were modding. Let's count down to killing off YouTube.
Join us.
Join us on Rumble before it's too late. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 inches, 3, 2, 1, 0. See you over in Rumble. End. Okay, YouTube is done.